All right, so it was maybe 5 years ago. I'm living on the east side, and I have a friend staying with me. And I bought a cabbage from the grocery store because I like cabbage, and it's a fun side. So I wanted to make some cabbage with dinner that night. So I made cabbage, and my friend who was staying with me had some of the cabbage, and she told me that it reminded her of her late mother's cabbage, and that made her cry because her mother had just recently passed away. And I thought that was a really sweet moment. The thing I didn't tell you, though, and the thing I didn't tell her, though, was the cabbage that I made, which was the first time that I had ever made cabbage at home. I was not very fond of. It was the worst cabbage that I had ever eaten in my life. And she loved it. She was like, this reminds me exactly of how my mother used to make cabbage, and brought a tear to her eye. And I just didn't have the heart to tell her her mom's cabbage was the worst thing I'd ever eaten in my life. And I was the one who made it. In a weird way, it was like her mom came back from the dead, like through me, and like Ratatouille made this gaudy fucking cabbage.
Unholy.
With like weird boiled bacon bits in it.
Anytime I taste lukewarm cabbage that tastes like ass, I think of mother.
Whenever I taste cabbage that's been steeped in hot dog water, I think of my late mother.
Fred Durst recipe.
Fred Durst recipe. Yeah, I mean, like, so I didn't want to tell her in the moment because that would have, like, equated the shitty cabbage to her dead mother.
The name of that podcast is brought to you by the History Channel, A&E, and Confederate Letters.
Yeah, shut up, incels. Get a life!
Lock the fucking car.
Please say nigga right now.
Hashtag Team Tyler.
I veils the Vegas, and Vias Veili vault those vasty vasals.
My mummies will protect us while you throwing bones. Eat that shit, Banks!
The name of this podcast, that podcast, fuck.
Oh, they're done already? I knew it.
Hey, what's up, bitches? You're listening to the name of that podcast with Alton, Eddie, and Danny. And as always, the name of that podcast is brought to you by High Fiber Diets. High Fiber Diets, they're back, baby, and fiber than ever. Now with 50% more fiber than the leading poops, High Fiber Diets are to be the thing you need, the premier resource in the Adirondacks. High Fiber Diets, get you some. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, don't call me late for cabbage dinner.
That was good stuff. That was also me choking.
Yeah. The cabbage wasn't good stuff, though.
The cabbage was not good stuff. The cabbage was dead on arrival.
Okay, so you know how I said it? That if you do that with my mom's pasta sauce, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you do that with my mom's pasta sauce and then turn around and tell me it's garbage, we're fighting.
Yeah, so like Danny told me the same rules apply with her mom's pasta sauce. Her mom has a spaghetti sauce that's like none other. And
Yeah.
her mom also passed away. So under the same circumstances, she told me if I made a sauce that was just like the way her mom used to make it without knowing the recipe, of course, and then turn around and tell her that it's the worst sauce I've ever eaten in my life.
I'm gonna fucking slide you.
Yeah. So
I'm making the next batch, and there's poison.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess after hearing that part, I guess maybe the cabbage wasn't as bad as I thought. Upon further reflection,
I just remember my ex-boyfriend came to my family event one time, only time I've ever brought someone like that to an event, and I guess his family's like Russian or whatever, so my family, a lot of Polish from my aunt.
so they hate each other, I think.
I don't know, but I guess they have similar foods because my uncle made borscht.
Okay.
And my ex, I think it's like cold beet soup.
Okay.
And so my ex goes to eat it because he's like, oh, finally, something I'm familiar with. And he tries it and tells my uncle it's so amazing, blah, blah, blah. We leave and he looks me in my face and goes, that's the worst borscht I've ever had in my life.
Now, mind you, borscht tastes like shit already.
Yeah.
So imagine, Eddie, if you could, how Caucasian you'd have to be to take something so unseasoned and uncultured as borscht and say that there are better versions of it.
I was dying.
Something with no seasonings, served cold.
Too spicy.
Needs more ketchup.
Ugh.
This is the same ex that me and a bunch of grocery store workers roasted the everlasting fuck out of because he doesn't season his meat. He had a grocery store.
I season mine.
What?
I season mine.
Oh, I thought he said he didn't.
Yeah, he seasons it. Yeah, honestly, I wish I could sit here and talk about Danny's ex-boyfriend all night.
Not what I meant, but thank you.
No, let's.
I hate you.
I'm just joking. It's only the 3-minute mark. I'm the one being an asshole.
A little bit.
Here you go.
You think there's anyone else with a Cabbage story where they're like, oh, that's where I met my first husband in that kitchen before he stuffed me like a turkey?
Like a what?
Like a turkey.
Oh.
So there I was at a funeral. I turn around and a pot of cabbage walks in. It was the worst pot of cabbage.
You're a tall glass of cabbage.
You're a tall pot of cabbage.
How romantic.
Right?
Oh,
You smell funky and a lot of people don't find you palatable.
Oh, man.
I call him Poppy Rika.
Poppy Rika. Don't put paprika in your cabbage, kids.
That
That's
sounds gross.
early into the podcast. Moment for the kids. Don't touch the paprika. You don't know what you're doing with it.
Now go to sleep.
Now get the ass to bed for I'll whoop it.
Oh, you're making me miss my mom.
Grown folks is talking. You get out of grown folks' business.
I think you never had me laughing so hard as when you said something about when you got older and realized grown folks' business was the exact same talk, but with cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah, dude, okay, so I'm 26 years old, Danny's 25, and our other friend's, 27?
Who, Ty?
Yeah.
26.
26. So we're all hanging out at her house, right? She's got her kid watching TV in the other room, and we're just sitting inside of a bedroom with no furniture, not even a bed in it, and we're just hanging out smoking with cigarettes and just being dumb. We're talking about like cartoons and shit like that.
Yeah.
And this baby keeps trying to come over in the room, and we don't want him in the room because we're smoking cigarettes, right? So the mom's like, go over to the next room, baby. And that reminded me of when my mom used to tell us, get the fuck out of here, grown folks business, you know what I mean? But it hit me in that moment as a 26-year-old, smoking with cigarettes and talking about cartoons.
You keep saying smoking with cigarettes.
When you explained the scenario to me, it looked like a Tom and Jerry cartoon in my head for some reason.
That's kind of the scenario.
Yeah, just like 3 cats just sitting in a room. Yeah. But yeah, grown folks talk is just cigarettes and cartoons. You don't have me fooled anymore, adults.
We've joined your
That's right.
ranks.
I've been grandfathered into your fold, bitch.
Are we talking about dearest Tyquisha?
Yeah!
Pussy smell.
Damn, I remember you.
Damn, I remember you.
Oh, you know what I just remembered we did last week? I have to put it on the board.
What?
We did, what are their names? The trade school technicians.
Oh, not Mario and Luigi.
Right, exactly.
I forgot.
That one's for the real ones. That's for you. That's for you,
Oh,
Sarah.
I think one was Louie, because we named it after my dad.
Yeah, it was Louie and whatever. Anyway, Sarah knows. She's always on the shits. Hey, Sarah, you'll be happy to know, and everybody else listening to the name of that podcast, we're practically pre-recording these now. We're so far ahead of schedule. Quarantine has gotten us so pent up of boredom that we've just been like getting together and recording. What the hell are you doing?
I
Eddie?
know it. Are you bopping your dick with your mic? What the fuck?
I'll wait.
Sounds like there's a struggle. Is Eddie being kidnapped?
I don't think he's being kidnapped. I think Eddie would say more if he was being kidnapped.
Not if they got the chloroform rag over his mouth.
We'll see.
Do you have a particular set of skills?
Listen. We can't worry about that right now. We have a podcast to record. All right. So, a lot of things to go around and do once quarantine is over, which is pretty much everything else. I think in the New York State, we are currently in the second phase. Second phase means it's the phase after the first one, and there's likely to be a third.
I thought we entered phase 3 today.
I'm not quite sure at all. I don't know what's going on.
Jimmy, can you Google keyword search?
That's right. I don't know what's going on here. I think Eddie's been killed. We'll go ahead and try to take a quick commercial break as we go ahead and gather Eddie's bearings and body parts. Stay tuned.
a dolphin that is also a detective. Detective Dolphin investigates a murder at Stephanie's Cephalopod Saloon. As he learns more about this case, however, the deeper he dives into the dark underbelly of society, the deep sea. A rookie has no idea what he's doing out there in the deep, deep blue sea. Who's gonna help the kid? What's gonna become of the maritime mammal? This is Deep Sea Detective on A&E.
Hey, Russ.
Oh, what is it there, Ringo?
So, Detective Dolphin's been on our case for, well, they haven't been on our case, but they've been around our cases for the past few weeks now. A couple of corpses on court.
Circling like a shark there.
I don't like it. They might.
Oh, here. Is that her?
Oh, they're him now.
Whatever. Here, I'm gonna throw some bait out there and see what we can catch.
Yeah. Let's be cool about this, though. Let's not let on that we're suspicious.
Yeah, let's let him know that we killed 2 people.
Yeah, let's be secret, though.
Yeah. Real quiet.
Hey, Detective Dolphin.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there the big guy is. Come here, champ. Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's going on, big guy? Well, so I heard about your corpses on court.
Yeah.
How's that case been going for you?
It's pretty bad. I mean, honestly.
Bad? Bad and bad or?
I can't get anyone to talk to me. They keep just trying to touch my tail fin and
Well, that's not bad. That sounds pretty bad, though.
I mean, yeah, it sucks. I'm an officer of the law, and they won't stop sexually harassing me.
Yeah, that's how it goes out here. Sometimes you gotta teach them who's boss, Isn't that right, Russ?
Oh, yes, but about these corpses, have you found out anything as far as did they look like they were police bruises?
I just want to know why everyone keeps thinking I'm a woman.
So, there's a couple of corpses on court that you're working on, and
No, it was stiffs on state.
Stiffs on state, corpses on court. That we all get so mixed up with them these days. There's
Don't
so
say
many
corpses on court right now.
I'm not saying it anymore. Now you're gonna make me say it.
Oh, bro.
What are you guys talking about?
Detective, hey, big guy. So yeah, I heard that there might have or may not have been handcuffs on your stiffs on state.
It was strange though because they were the fuzzy kind.
Oh, well then. Sick.
We certainly don't use the fuzzy ones.
Cops don't. We don't use fuzzy handcuffs on the job.
No.
Isn't that right, big guy? Huh? So you seeing anyone?
No.
Big guy?
I mean, this case has been taking up my life for the past,
What?
24 hours straight, man. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, honestly, you're really over the hill now that the day's done.
You know what I would do? I would hit the street and ask people.
That's right.
Have you tried that?
I mean, yeah, every time I talk to somebody, they just deflect and, I don't know.
Yeah, but what about those corpses on Court Street? Did you notice anything finny about them?
Yeah. Weird?
Funny.
I don't know. Did something not quite scale up to normal proportions?
I mean, the ligature marks.
What's ligature?
You're a detective, right?
Yeah. I went to detective school, not cop college.
Okay, whatever. The marks around the neck, from choking and shit.
Yeah. Around the gills, yeah.
Oh. They weren't, walrus tusk punches, were they?
Or maybe octopus suction cups.
Yeah, nothing.
There were some strange bruising.
You should look into that. You should let us look into it.
I mean, would you do
we
that? I've
go
been
look
having
at
a
it
really
right
hard
now.
time on this case, man.
Yeah, we'll go look at it right now. Get rid of it. All right now for you.
Really?
Absolutely.
All credit to you.
What are detectives for? Exactly. All credit to you. We won't take a credit.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are some good buddies.
Hey, you're nothing but a good guy. Hey, guy. The men's room is over here, young man.
Young
man.
With a penis.
Just a regular dolphin with a beautiful penis.
Finny.
A huge, beautiful
Young
lady.
man.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
Speaking of stiffs, we should go see him.
Absolutely. We'll get out of your blowhole.
set, wait.
And you're back, listening to the name of that podcast with Elton, Eddie, featuring Danny.
Hi. The fuck was that? Did I get kidnapped again?
Well, someone just walked in my house.
Oh, well, that's very good. Do you know them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's even better.
Yep, George Bush, they said.
I heard someone shout, "Turn the lights off."
My light?
No, but it made me paranoid.
Okay, so something just happened over here on our end here, too.
It was creepy.
Uh-oh.
So Danny heard somebody outside say, "Turn your fucking light off." So she got up and turned my light off.
I was like,
Turn your light
gunshots,
off.
mayhaps? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, this is just the blood on the wall. This is the blood on the door, so, God doesn't kill our firstborn. Yeah, that's all it is.
That terrified look you gave me when I turned it off was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Hey, babe, you want to do me a sexual favor and put your mouth around here, please?
I fucking hate you.
No, thank you so much, babe. I love it. The microphone's going to love it, too. But hey, listening to the name of that podcast, we're all here having fun, not taking things too seriously, not taking life too seriously, because life takes itself seriously enough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys want to know what nobody's talking about anymore? Because there's so many more important things to worry about in the world today.
What?
How we have sad Lord
Which one?
Waldorf running for president of America.
Which one's which?
Doesn't matter, literally. It literally does not matter. They're the same person.
My brother keeps Kramering into the room whenever we're at my house, shouting about how we have to vote for Trump because at least with Trump, they can only possibly do 4 more years. Like, he's not a Trump supporter by any means, shape, or form. But he's like, well, with Trump, it's 4 more years. With Biden, we risk 8. And I'm like, fair point. Still not voting for that motherfucker.
But then couldn't it be, like, Trump again, then 2 or 8 more years of Biden or something?
I don't think Biden's going to
Potentially.
last physically that long.
I know, unless he gets that robot body.
They can only install so many teeth.
Robo Biden.
I don't like it. I don't want it.
Robo Jobo.
No, Bo.
Robo Joe Biden.
He just has that body and that dome skull thing.
Oh
over
my
his
god,
brain.
you know what just amused the fuck out of me is like, okay, you remember in Futurama, the head of Richard Nixon and the headless body of Spiro Agnew?
Yeah.
That,
Get
but
him,
with
Agnew.
but Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
Barack Obama with Joe Biden. Wait, is it Barack Obama
Either
with
way
Joe
is
Biden's
hilarious.
body?
Either way is hilarious.
So with Barack Obama's head and Joe Biden's body, would Joe Biden be doing blackface?
No, because they don't put it on. He just carries it around and goes, "Rrr," like Frankenstein.
That's his body, though.
It's not technically his body.
Sure, it's Biden's body, but okay, that's who should run for president, though. Biden's body should run for
Carrying
president.
Barack Obama's head.
Carrying Barack Obama's head.
Because technically he's dead
Yeah.
and it's a new life, so it's
Right.
legal.
I mean, maybe. We'll
He's
know.
like,
That's
what
how
do
it
you
worked in
think, Magic
Futurama.
8 Ball? And he shakes the head.
God
God damn it, headless body of Biden.
damn it, buddy, you gonna go ahead and move when I tell you to move, boy?
I don't like that.
Try again later.
No, it's okay that we talk like that because it's not Obama's body and Joe Biden's head.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
God damn it, Obama's body, you gotta move like I tell you to move, boy.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I don't like it either. I just had to vocalize it. I'm not a fan. I just had to say it out loud because it was a bit. And that's fun. That's what's fun for me.
You're a bit and you're fun for me.
You want to know what's fun for me?
What?
Eating trash cabbage while somebody else cries.
You ate shit? You really ate shit?
I don't care,
My
man.
cabbages!
My cabbages! I felt like I wasted that cabbage. And someone was like, this is by far the closest thing I've had to home in quite some time out. And I'm like, this is ass. This cabbage is garbage.
Your home is doo-doo, bitch.
Your home is doodle. Your lifestyle is
Damn,
bung.
bitch, you live like this?
Yeah, it's mung. It's bung. It's doodle hole. Like,
You need to stop.
I'm dragging it. This cabbage was like,
This is not Christian speech.
top 5 worst dishes I've ever prepared in my own home. Where I lay my head, pay bills, Eddie, I make good dishes. This cabbage and ass bacon was like the worst thing I've ever put
God.
in my mouth next to 6-year-old garbanzo beans out of a can.
So I have
Why don't you put the
Elvis's
recipe
bathwater
up
in my nostrils.
on the thumbnail?
Yeah, I got a recipe for you. Buy a cabbage, bring it home, put it on a chopping board, throw 8 knives at it, and throw it on the ground. Pick the pieces up, put it in hot water, smack it on your pot, and then boil some bacon next to it. When all that shit's done, I guess throw it in the air again, stomp on it a couple times, and scoop it up and put it back in the pan.
You remind me of those weird
Add
ass...
season to taste, serve hot.
Yo, it reminds me of those weird ass YouTube videos of the guy just smacking around chicken and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty much how to basic.
Is that what those are called?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, now you know what they're called. Now you might look them up and hate yourself.
I already hate myself for knowing this much.
Yep. You hate yourself for watching it. I think the first one I watched was How to Basic with Eggs and Turkey. I don't even know what he was making.
Like
I don't even know what he's making because it's wild. And that's what that cabbage was like. How to Basic.
You take 8 knives.
Yeah, you just fucked that cabbage up, B.
I just imagined you going like Zorro from One Piece on
Yeah,
it.
just stab that cabbage till it doesn't look like a cabbage anymore. You've done it. You've reminded him of home.
What does it look like?
Ass.
You like how ass looks.
I do like how ass looks. So not downplay the severity of ass. This cabbage looked like sin.
Sounds like a classic novel. The Severity of Ass.
The severity of ass. The sound of sin. On
I was about
Lifetime.
to say this cabbage looks like sin is the first chapter.
Chapter 1. This cabbage looks like sin. I was sitting on the
Cabbage capers.
I was sitting on the gondola going up to the ski resort to meet up with my husband.
I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
That whole sentence rubbed me the wrong way.
He's like, 2 summers ago, we were in the bayou with the gondola. There's 2 different kinds of gondolas, and rich people use both kinds.
This milk tastes like peanut butter, chocolate, and banana. It's so fucking fire.
That milk tastes like peanut butter, chocolate, and banana, as barely spoken into the microphone by one Danny.
Sorry, I had milk in my mouth.
No, it's fine. She had milk in her mouth, and these were also the last words of Elvis Presley.
Is she ready to be a detective?
She might be ready. She might be ready to be a detective. So, speaking of detectives, I want to be McGruff the Crime Dog for Halloween one year.
Yes.
Except because I'm just like brown already, and he's a dog, I'll just be clothesless under a trench coat with shoes on.
I don't like it.
And I'll be McGruff the Crime Dog.
I like it. They won't like it.
No, that's how he dresses, so that's true to the character. And then I can
Tell
run
that
up,
to
He's
the
gonna turn
actual
a-
police.
and then I
You're
can
gonna
run up to
turn her
kids.
into a fairy. Or a furry, I
I'll
mean.
run up to kids like, "Hey, kids, take a bite out of crime. Happy Halloween."
Why is McGruff the crime dog Joey Diaz?
That's what he sounds like. Take a bite out of crime. That's what he really sounds
Are you
like.
gonna turn her into a furry?
Who would to a furry?
He most
Danny?
certainly will not, sire.
Nah, I don't like sexualizing animals. They already get makeup tested on them. They had enough.
They already
That's
paint
fair.
them up like dirty,
Yeah.
dirty whores.
Like, where do I get off jacking off to a rabbit?
I don't like that.
No, I'm
A
serious.
jackrabbit?
Yeah, well, where do I get off? Me, my
A
persona.
jackalope?
A jackrabbit or a jackalope. An antelope that jacks off, obviously.
Yeah.
You're
Why
an animal
would
that
I
jacks
why would
off.
I implement that into my daily sex life? I'm already having very normal human sex.
Ain't nothing normal about what you've been doing to me.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I've been hearing the song for a while now.
I'll fucking toot it for you.
Wow, I'm really getting gassed up here on the name of that podcast. I just want to say this is bias. I feel like this is bias
Why?
because you're my girl.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she's just defending me, guys. No, I feel like you'd be honest and tell him if it was whack. Because if it was whack sex, I think that'd be even funnier, and like I would take more pride in my whack sex.
be like, yeah, my dick ain't shit, y'all.
Yeah, I'm such a good person. She's staying with me because she really likes me.
No, it's both. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, now it's just both. Wow, it's crazy. I don't know what to say. I'd like to thank the Academy. I want to thank my coaches, my training staff, my strength and conditioning, Rodrigo at the laundromat who gave me extra quarters whenever I needed it. You really got me through some tough times, man, and I appreciate it. But yeah,
Wow.
now I'm a fuck machine, I guess. It's weird to say out loud. It's weird to say out loud and it be true.
I like how Eddie sounds like he's just sitting there in reverence.
Yeah, he's just like, man, this is some real quality fucking content. This is exactly...
Like literal fucking content.
He's like, this is exactly why I connect to Discord at fucking near 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm just jerking off.
We'll jerk off no more, Eddie, because on the name of that podcast, I'm announcing the first ever Patreon exclusive name of that podcast, Sex Raffle.
Huh?
I was going to talk to you about it later. But hey, I got so riled up just now, I wanted to share it with the audience right now.
Calm down, Tyler.
With us, everybody here at the same time. So what the sex raffle is every Patreon subscriber that enters into the sex raffle gets one entry into the sex raffle. And the winner of the sex raffle gets to have sex with any one person who enters the raffle.
Okay, I thought I was about to have to slide you.
Oh, you thought I was going to have sex with the winner?
I thought I was going to have sex with the winner.
Oh, no, you're not going to have sex with the winner. Would you be okay if I had sex with the winner?
No.
Yeah, so like we're not going to...
I'd send your mom to slide you.
We're not going to have sex with the winner. Or can my mom have sex with the winner?
If she wants, she's a grown woman. I don't give a fuck.
I really want my mom to have sex with the winner.
That is so... not... what?
Well, no, because it's like, it's a joke, you know?
I know.
So like, no, the joke is my mom's old.
Mom's spaghetti.
Yeah, my mom's spaghetti is nervous, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, but like to enter all the money is going to go to charity. $50 to enter, $100 to win.
What?
Wow. Is that like the buy it now option?
Yeah, these savings won't last forever. And for our next level Patreon members, the subscriptions get a little bit crazier after that. Because, hear me out. With the Patreon sex raffle, we're also doing the sex Patreon raffle. So this one will be,
wow.
You insert one sex for every Patreon you want to get in on. And you get in on those Patreons, and the winner, guess what? The winner gets to be sexy.
You sound like Fox News trying to describe the youth.
Okay, so I don't like Fox News because they say things like radical Islamic terrorist mongrels, and I'm like, wow.
Wow.
You know? And they say things like dirty Muslims, and I'm like, hey guys, could you not do that too much, please? Too much, I said.
I was about to say, like, a little's okay.
Yeah, could you like only do it a little bit on select holidays, you know?
Ramadan?
No, that's like, no, off limits on that one. You know, while we're talking about it, I don't understand why we couldn't see Osama bin Laden's body. They just threw him man overboard, allegedly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit.
That's the story, and they were just like, believe it, humans.
Like Naruto, believe it.
Yeah. And I just don't get that. I feel like we can all come together, Democrats and Republicans, in election year, and remember that the government has tried to pull the wool over our eyes dozens of times, and that was during the Obama administration. They're like, we don't know. I guess we had to throw them off the boat because, you know, Muslims want to be buried within a day of their deaths, you know, I guess, so.
Okay, so can I bring up a separate...
He was turning into a vampire.
Yeah, why were they transporting him overseas? They came over on a plane.
Yeah.
It's almost like they didn't fucking do that.
Oh, don't spoon feed the details to the audience. We have to let them draw their own conclusions, you know? Because if you say that, now they don't get a chance to say Benghazi.
I don't want to hear the word Benghazi ever again in my life.
Your parents have probably ran that word to the ground.
God,
they don't even know if
it's
it's an operation or a city or
my parents knew
or a car.
No, my dad knew what was up, and my mom would spew out his rhetoric.
Oh yeah, your dad's ex-military, isn't he?
Literally, technically.
Literally, only technically.
Yeah.
He was like, my dad enlisted and then won a raffle, so he didn't have to, but he still got a badge of honor.
No, like old man has. I don't know. Old man barely served in the Navy for a little bit during peacetime.
What do you have, old hippie bone? I remember that condition.
No, he chose to enlist, and then shenanigans occurred.
And shenanigans ensued. Be sure to watch our new ABC Family original series, Lou and the Marines.
No, it was Ernie in the Marines. It was Lou in the Navy.
Oh, well, ABC original series, Lou in the Navy.
He doesn't like jelly beans either, I hear.
I fucking hate jelly beans.
Did I ever tell you guys on the podcast the story of how my dad used to hide weed while he was in the Navy?
This is how Lou in the Navy talks. No, this is how Lou in the Navy talks. Yeah, I like that.
Shut up.
If I close my eyes and use this voice, I feel like I have blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm Lou in the Navy. Nice to meet you.
My dad was a redhead.
I'm a redhead now with green eyes.
Brown
eyes. Lou in the Navy. Nice to meet you. I'm rustic and I'm important. All right.
Shut up.
I feel strong and charming with a voice like this.
Well, that's not my dad.
Who cares?
Listen. So my dad used to have my uncle mail him weed in a literal envelope, like in a letter.
Ring a ding. Look at this letter.
Yeah, and so my dad would get the envelope with the weed in it and then write another letter saying, "Oh, thank you so much for thinking of me, but I cannot accept this. I am trying to turn my life around, blah, blah, blah. As you see, I have enlisted in the services." And he would date it for, he wouldn't date it because he would wait till the last second. If he ever got caught, he was supposedly going to, whip the shit out and date it then, I guess. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, that's the goofy-ass story of my father smuggling weed for himself in the Navy.
I don't know if he ever got a chance to smoke any of that weed, but...
Plenty of it.
Oh, nice. He got to smoke most of it, so he probably didn't even have to write the letters back in the day. Your dad enlisted in the 70s, right?
Hold on, I'm doing math. 61, yeah.
Yeah, so her dad enlisted somewhere in the 70s. So in the 70s, to give you guys listeners an idea of what you were able to do with the U.S. Postal Service... You can send a Schedule 1 substance to a military base without a problem. And that's the end of that. Nobody would get in trouble. One hand washes the other. And if he ever had to turn in those letters, if any at all, I'm sure they would have been like, well, good on you, soldier. Whatever hippie scumbag sent these to you can go back to where they belong when you get back home.
I can't stay.
Send them a bomb back.
Send them to hell where they belong.
Have we invented drones yet?
MK Ultra, MK Ultra, MK Ultra, MK Ultra.
Weed's a bad drug. Here, take some acid.
Now listen to this dolphin's commands real closely. He's going to tell you where the explosives are.
Have you guys heard about any corpses on court?
Crossover.
You're so cute. I'm mad he just stood there and dead ass seal clapped.
Lou in the Navy on A&E. Now it's a drama series. That's the tagline for the show. Lou in the Navy.
You're gonna have to look my father in the eyes in a couple of weeks and just not riff on him.
No, I won't riff on him. I'll get to learn him, then I can riff on him on the podcast later. Yeah.
Hit me in the breadbasket.
Right, the breadbasket. Oh, you got a little water on the knee, kid? I got something for that. I don't even know what that condition is. It's from the board game Operation, where it was like the old people's last attempt to teach kids about old diseases that don't exist, like water on the knee and
What
and
the fuck
bread
is
basket.
water on the knee?
Okay, I'm gonna go
Isn't
ahead.
like a wrench?
Hey Jamie, you want to go ahead and look up the board game Operation?
Did my drunk ass say Jimmy earlier when I was googling that dumb shit?
One moment here. We're gonna look up the Operation board game. I'm gonna show you all these whack ass conditions that are on this guy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna find a good picture here because I'm high. We got Adam's apple. We got
That is
spare
water
ribs.
on the knee.
We got water on the knee. We got a Charlie horse. We got
Okay.
Is that the breadbasket?
sorry, I can't see shit.
Butterflies in the stomach.
Butterflies in the stomach. A writer's cramp. You can remove that.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can remove the wishbone from this guy's chest.
Ankle bone connected to the knee bone.
Your broken heart's connected to your wishbone. Your spare ribs connected to your bread basket. This shit's crazy, bro.
And that's all connected to your wrenched ankle.
It looks like you can just remove everything. Ankle bone connected to the knee bone.
Isn't
was
that the
just a
whole
rubber
point
band.
of fucking Operation?
Yeah, but the whole thing is the tweezers were
Yeah.
alarm sensed. It was a fun game.
I used to beat ass at that game.
I was pretty good at Operation. I would just flip the board over. And most
You
of
want
the
to get
pieces would fall
Operation?
out. You want to get? Oh, you want to play Drunk Operation?
I want to play. Oh my god, we should play Drunk Operation.
We should live stream Drunk Operation.
Eddie, you want to play Drunk Operation with us?
I'd do it.
All right.
Did you ever swindle your sister at that game? Like charge her hospital surcharges somehow or something?
You're dumb.
No, however, I was talking about God damn it, what board game was I talking about this weekend? I was talking about Guess Who. Talking about how everybody had to make the same house rule playing Guess Who. That you can't ask if the character was brown skinned.
Okay.
Because if you've ever played Guess Who, guys?
Isn't there only like one
character?
There's two African Americans and one brown skinned person who any like 5 to 7 year old will confuse for a black person.
So like
when you
an
drew,
ethnic enigma?
so when you drew the money card,
did he vote for Trump?
I don't like that.
That's a hard clue question because there's so many chill white people.
Oh,
I think all redheads are chill. I don't think a redhead has any place being a Trump supporter.
You're right.
is that a valid question though? Can you be like, does he look like he voted for Trump? And
I
even
like
though
that.
it's like one you got to think about.
Yeah, but like if it looks like they voted for Trump, does that mean like you assume no women voted for Trump? Would that help narrow it down?
No.
It would
it's in the eyes. Like
It's in the eyes of the
Do you
anime.
look like a Karen, a Stewart, or a Brandon?
Sure, so it's in the eyes of the animated sprite that was illustrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's in the soul.
Yeah, but you can't ask if they're black because then that'll just dwindle it down to 3, and that's not a fun game of Guess Who for anybody.
Can you ask, does he look like a bitch?
No, because then that could open the door to racism too. Because if they only put down 3, I'm a fight. You know what I mean? They're like, yes, he does look like a bitch, and then they only put down 3, and then I'm about to jump across that Guess Who board and sink their battleship.
Yeah.
Battleship's also a fun game to play.
I've never played Battleship.
I didn't know I was sinking battleships while I was playing that game.
What?
Yeah, when I was a kid, seeing Battleship on TV and playing it as a kid, even though I knew the game was called Battleship, and you even put little boats on the fucking ocean, I never put 2 and 2 together that you were killing fleets and fleets of men, just like destroying them. I thought you were just like, yeah, I guess the letters and numbers right with deduction and problem solving, and like that part was more fun for me as like a person who like hyper focuses on like logic and patterns.
Right.
Without considering that I was just like killing a bunch of like tiny little plastic microscopic men on those little plastic boats.
Germ-sized.
Yeah, just
Marines.
germ-sized Marines and naval officers.
My family!
Perishing. Lou in the Navy on Battleship. On A&E.
What about Ernie and the Marines?
Sorry, hon, I've been drinking that water. You know I'm on that shit.
I've been drinking watermelon.
You know I'm gone when I'm off that.
I get filthy when that liquor get into me.
So here's a good tidbit. You guys know Mortal Kombat's really fun to play, and RoboCop came out a few weeks ago, and RoboCop's really fun to use. However, RoboCop has been a guilty pleasure because he's a cop, and he's been beating the shit out of people. He can literally do what's called a brutality. So what you have with you here is live and amplified police brutality from the hands of one Alex Murphy.
I hate his name.
Yeah, because he's an Irish cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's lots of opportunities to beat up people of color in that game, and I don't think that's in good taste. Because Mortal Kombat itself has done a great job of like increasing diversity in the game, but now they just introduced a cop into the whole mix and just soured the patch.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when we started making the joke about like, oh, him beating up black people, and then we sat there and thought about, we're like, oh, it's not that many, video games, ha ha ha, and then we were like, wait a minute, and then we sat there and thought about all the metrics and all the people of color, all the diversity.
Yeah, and then, George Floyd died, and they were like, oh, fuck, no, we can't use RoboCop.
Actually, I think it was the day after.
Yeah, I think RoboCop came out the day before or the day after George Floyd died, and it was just really bad timing.
Poor Tobias Boone.
Yeah, really, really crazy timing. And they were already working on the character for months, because you know how DLC happens and develops,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll let you know, for everybody too scared to play it, RoboCop's pretty badass. I recommend him. He's pretty nice.
Meh.
Nah, he's good.
Fun.
No, I know, but like I just couldn't get into a rhythm when I was playing him.
Nah, I get it. Speaking of getting into a rhythm,
He's different.
He is different. I do like his gun. I like when the cop shoots their gun.
I like playing Spawn.
Yeah.
Spawn's black. I'll shoot Spawn with my gun.
But
With RoboCop's gun. Pop.
Pop, pop.
It comes out the leg. Pop.
Pop, pop.
Don't move, criminal. Pop. It's a cop with quick draw. It's fucking deadliest thing in the streets right now.
Shut up.
Cops suck. Why aren't they holding each other accountable? I'm a good cop. We need the respect. Well, you need to sit here and tell your coworkers to suck a dick, yo.
Only good cop is a cop
I
who
hate that
resigns
shit.
after this shit.
Yeah, at this point, it's almost getting to the point where the cops are just not going to be trusted at all. Period, by anybody.
No.
And I'm really
And they
waiting. What?
They keep reassigning people too to be street cops now or something. So I'm like, is that going to make everything more annoying driving around then, or what?
What do you mean?
Because going on the beat has always been widely considered a punishment in the police force, right? But
So now
Yeah.
more people are gonna get their ass beat.
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's whatever. It's not whatever, but it is what we have to deal with, which is why we have to help people get to the booths. We have to help people feel smart when they're making those decisions, even if they don't agree with us. Because the people that don't agree with us, in theory, everybody in a perfect world wants the wrong side to be outnumbered, so everybody should just play the fair game.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. But hey, we're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be right back with less dead air on the name of that podcast. Stay tuned. Hey, next time you need me for an episode, can I just finish my coffee? I didn't want to bring the spoon on set because it'll make a lot of noises on the cup. And I wouldn't have brought the spoon in if you guys didn't pull me out of the goddamn break room so quickly. But I'll be more than happy to do the fucking podcast episode, whatever the fuck. So, Bam Bam's dead. And the manager found out, obviously, and it's really fucking him up because Bam Bam was his favorite, right? So, he goes home after a long day of paperwork and cleaning Bam Bam out of the milk tank. He goes home to the love of his life. Ay, what a long day at the office. I feel like Krusty the Clown. Ay. Where's the love of my life when I need them? In my arms. Hello? Love of my life? My sun and stars. Where are you?
Honey, is that you?
Ah, here you are. Hello, Evan.
Oh, I missed you, honey. How was your day?
It was really bad. I lost my favorite man today.
Oh, that's horrible. Which one?
Bam Bam.
That's what you call me in bed, baby.
Well, I also have a coworker named Bam Bam, and that explains a lot, doesn't
Oh,
it?
Jesus.
He's dead.
Oh,
I don't know if I can do this anymore, Evan.
well, do you think you have a stomach to eat? I made a great pork roast for you. I slaved over a hot oven. And this is how you treat me?
I've been a milkman for 28 years.
I bought applesauce with chunks in it, the kind you like. And you're gonna treat me like some fucking whore.
God damn it, Evan, you know I love pork roast and chunky applesauce. But it's been a long goddamn day. That Bam Bam's been weighing heavy on me.
You know what, Mr. Manager? You can take the pork roast and shove it up your ass.
Listen, don't speak to the manager this way, Evan. You know better.
Fuck you.
You know how I get, Evan. No milk in the damn fridge. What the hell do I do all of this for? I give you all my money and you fuck off. What do you do with it?
Look, all they had was a trial sample of 3%.
Where the hell did you get that?
At the store, you fuck. You just told me. I just told you I went to the store. You don't fucking listen. This is why we don't get along or love each other anymore.
So the manager follows a lead given to him by his partner, Evan, to the nearby grocery store where Evan received a trial of 3% milk. The manager needs to know more about the milk that claimed the life of his dearest co-worker, Evan. Bam Bam. Fuck. No, don't hit me, please!
Step right up. It's the new sensation. The milk with 1% more than you're used to, ladies and gentlemen. It'll do you good. It'll fix your bones. 3% milk. You, sir, would you like one of these trial bottles?
About that. I got a couple of questions about this milk.
Oh, sure, Mac. What is it?
First of all, my name is Manager. I work at the Milk Manufacturing Company.
That's official.
Yeah, absolutely. And where did you get this 3% milk, buddy?
Oh, I have a supplier, but I've never met him. I just get it and they tell me what to do with it.
Listen, I've had a long day, and I just need the information about where you get the milk so that I may go and get the milk myself.
Okay.
Capiche?
So you want to be a distributor as well?
You wasting my time? Tell me what I need to know.
Okay.
Oh, you can talk. You're clearly not choking enough. Tell me what I need to know. I'm not playing around today.
All right. Go bring me. Let's go to the back.
Alright, so the narrator had to go bye-bye for a little bit. But as it pertains to the story now, it would appear as if manager is taking his way to the back area with the milk trial salesperson. Which, Mobster 101, you don't do that. Alright, now that we're in this suspicious alley, why don't you tell me what you know?
All right, look.
And I want you to know that there are walls closer to us so I can choke you against them.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not again.
It's gonna be my signature move by the end of this episode.
My throat still stings. Look. I can tell you what you need to know, but I might die for this. So you better fucking appreciate it, all right? Now, I'll just scribble down the address. And here
What are you doing? Are you reaching for something?
No,
I'm taking the law into my own hands.
it's just a pen and paper.
You're a pen and paper. Well, it looks like the manager choked the life out of the milk trial salesperson to death in the back of an alley. So, great alibi, I guess, huh? So, tune in next week. We'll see what the manager's able to find. He searches his person. Apparently, he finds a card for a guy named Billy Fettuccini. Yada, yada, yada. Watch the next episode. The narrator should be back next week once he's gotten his marbles together. And maybe once he gets that together, he might stay in shape long enough to finish the mini-series. A&E, do the thing. So, I was thinking that some of the parts in the story are a little bit contrived and convenient, like kind of sloppy work for a covert operation, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know anything about writing, but I'm a mobster. I know a little thing or two about crime, you know? But, hey, you know, those are just my notes, and I'm just a substitute narrator, eh? Do the thing.
Flicky, I'm Flicky. I sit and I guard Sticky Cake. It's sticky. I'm Flicky, sticky twice. And what I ask of you is tricky. Quicky, tricky, slicky, that's me, bitch. It sure has been a slow day here in Sticky Cave. I don't anticipate anything will happen today.
Hello.
Hey, we got one.
Hey, can I come into this cave for the night or something?
Oh, I'm afraid I'll have to see some qualifications.
I'm very qualified. Don't you even worry about it.
All right. Well, if you're so qualified, how about you answer me this?
Yeah, what? Where are you? Where are you anyway? I can't even see you.
I'm up here. Hello.
I can't find
Hi,
you.
Tulu.
Over here?
Fuck.
Over here? Pardon me.
I'll be right down. Okay. Look. Why do you even want to go in here, first of all?
Well, first of all, I hear it's warm for the night. Second of all, I hear that I can get some water and maybe even something to eat.
All right, Mr. Diaz, I'm a fan of the podcast. Let's see. All right, answer this riddle for me, would you? What covers your dick, but doesn't always do the trick?
Foreskin.
All right. Strike one.
What?
Yeah, that's not a valid.
Come on, that didn't count.
It was condom. Condom was the answer.
Come on, it's my birthday.
Okay, now look. What seems counterproductive, but increases pleasure, because poop can't get through, but the pleasure's beyond measure.
Foreplay.
Close. Specific. More specific. It's a part of it's an enhancer. Something.
5-play.
All right, now the answer, sir, was a butt plug. Now, yeah. All right.
How do I get in the cave again?
Well, you gotta answer this last question, or else you're hitting the jungle again. Sorry. Anyways, let's get the game going. Yeah. What makes life slicker when you're trying to give her a quicker?
Spit.
Yeah, that's a puzzle. That's a puzzle.
Spit.
What'd you say?
Is it spit?
Oh god, that's gross. Close. I think I want in this cake. Sorry, the answer's lube. Goodbye.
No.
That's been Flicky, and remember, kids, never lick a lollipop that's been up your dad's asshole.
That's right, I killed her, and she's never coming back. Hey, you're listening to the Name of That podcast with Elton and Eddie and Danny.
Woo.
Hey, Danny, say hi. Hello, this is definitely Danny. I'm so happy to be here on the Name of That podcast. It's an amazing opportunity to stretch my comedy muscles.
Danny, why do you sound like a sock puppet?
I was starting to think she sounded like Jordan Peterson. Well, that's because this entire time I've been Jordan Peterson, the sock puppet.
You know I eat meat, and I would love to suck your dick, Elton.
I'm so tired. I have to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, shitty.
No, yeah, it sucks. I don't know why. So, like, they asked me, hey, Alan, when do you want to come back? And, like, I was just like, I'm able-bodied and ready to work on the 1st. This is not what I said to them. This is what's going on in my head. I'm like, well, I'm able-bodied, and I can go back to work on the 1st because I don't have coronavirus. At least they don't care if I do as long as I'm not spreading it.
Sure.
But I like this unemployment money, bro. It's so sweet, right? So I'm like,
It's more pay.
Yeah,
for me.
It's just more money, objectively. So I'm just like, like I got a couple of things to do that I plan, but like I can come back on the 15th, and they're like, all right, Alton, and now I am going back to work tomorrow, and I'm just like, fuck, I should have just stayed out
Ready
to
to
the
be
end of the
poor
month.
again?
Yeah, I should have just stayed out to the end of the month. What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, so I
need a car.
Yeah, I have that to look forward to. That, and I'm like completely disenchanted. So like I'm ready to just like clock in, clock out, and then like I can still have a lot of fun in that because now like I just want to be a regular boy and I don't want to just be this tall black guy. Oh, that's gonna be a thing to look forward to tomorrow. I gotta be a black guy 2 weeks after George Floyd passed away at our stupid fucking job. Like Jesus
shit.
Christ. Yeah, don't worry. Love my job dearly. Love what I do for a living. But god damn it, if those aren't the whitest milk-a-toast people I've ever met in my goddamn life. It gets so frustrating. Like, one of the most frustrating questions I've ever gotten at the workplace is, hey, Alton, is that okay for me to do as a white person? I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
As the ambassador of all black people.
As the ambassador of 10% of the black people you know at work. Yeah, like... Yeah, 1/10 of us thinks this. Like, you don't want to know what Alton really thinks. I got like 2 or 3 white friends that just say nigga in context. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
what?
Yeah, like no, like and like obviously I'm just like, oh no, that makes sense. Like whatever. Like, Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's that little nugget of information. Alton's got a couple of like exceptions that he's handed out in his friends group. So not every black person agrees with that. And see, by that logic, don't fucking ask me because I don't know what every black person thinks. So I don't care. And and my perspective is coming from that of a comedian who takes the piss out of things. So you really don't like. I don't know if like you think I'm not being serious when I say things, but best believe, like, the things that I speak on of serious topics are very real. You were going to say that?
I was... Besides that, I was going to say...
That's your white guilt coming out.
And no, it's just it's not a pass that works everywhere either. So...
Yeah, exactly. Just use your discretion. Like, of course, my friends who, like, are in the comfort of their basement while I'm over there with them will be like, hey, Alton... I'm going to stare at my Confederate flag and say something to you. Is that okay? And I'm like, oh, yeah. That's,
is that all right?
I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine, bro. Can I have another beer? They're like, yeah, we only have Peebers because they're German beers. If you guys didn't know that. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll have a PBR. Yeah, I'll drink a Peeber. It's the best one. And they turn to their Confederate flag. And as they turn to it, I hear the instrumental for Jolene by Dolly Parton in my head. So that's how my black telepathy knows that something racist is about to happen.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's like spider sense.
Yeah, and then, like, I turn around, and it's, like, slow motion. Venom strikes, so they just say it right to me, and it just burns me down to the core of my soul. They're like, Alton, you're a big guy, and I would never try to harm you with words or otherwise. And that's been my experience as a black man in America.
Yeah?
Not valuable at
You
all.
ever put a Bieber in your beaver?
One moment. I'll be right back, and you can ask that question. You know what? I was going to slide over and get a cigarette for my own, but I think I'll just bum a cigarette out of Danny's back here. I don't think she'll mind. You know.
She won't know unless she listens.
Mikase Sukase, you know.
Yep.
That's a good cigarette. That cigarette reminds me how much I love my girlfriend. Cigarettes are weird like that. I tell you, I've only had positive experiences with cigarettes in my life. Did I tell you about how I got my job?
No.
My mom met Tommy Dix on a smoke break, and yeah, she referred me, and he referred me, and I got the job, and he referred me over some lady he didn't know, smoking a cigarette with her, figured she was a pretty nice person based on that.
And he got that sweet Burger King money.
Yeah, he got sweet Burger King money. Actually, he did, because I didn't know who he was when I recommended him.
Oh, no?
Yeah, so, I dropped the ball out and, fucking whatever, robbing the white man of opportunities.
How dare you?
Yeah, but hey, as always, we've been listening to the name of that podcast. Well, they have at least. We've been recording the name of that podcast. And where would we be in life without our multitude of sponsors and endorsement deals that keep us afloat here at the name of that podcast? Because collecting Corona money isn't the only great part about being out of work. It's making content for the fans, and that's what we're here for.
It's true.
Also to take the piss out of everything, because comedy is catharsis in a way. It makes me feel better about things. Yeah. Also, I feel kind of rude because I'm smoking a cigarette in the same room as my girl and she's sleeping.
Blowing it at her.
I love her. I want her with me forever.
No.
But yeah, the name of that podcast, as always, is brought to you by High Fiber Diets. Eat those shredded wheats. Broadway Ceilings, as always, loves the name of that podcast. Speaking of which, I have very high Broadway ceilings in my new apartment. So that's been great.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't touch the Broadway ceilings in my apartment.
Oh.
They're very high up, and you can guarantee that your ceilings will be very high up with Broadway ceilings. The name of that podcast is also brought to you by Vinyl Hardwood. Hey, do you like the way hardwood looks, but somehow can't afford it? Well, just paste on the color of vinyl hardwood on your floor. It appears to just be glue on panels, and it's pretty shitty. But you can go to vinylhardwood.com/the name of that podcast to go ahead and enter the code the name of that podcast, and you can get 10% off your purchase of vinyl hardwood floors. I guess they're pieces of garbage and whatever, they gave us money.
Sure.
Do you have a couple of sponsorship deals there already? Any of those exclusive products that they let us try? How are those sound canceling noise phones you got there?
What's that?
You got the sound canceling noise phones from Bose?
Oh, sorry. I had these noise canceling headphones on.
Yeah, they're really great. You can't hear anything. You put these on and they shred your ears to bits.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But you can go ahead and get another 10% off of that thanks to your boys at the name of that podcast. We're out here looking for the
Hurts a little bit.
Yeah, and hey, remember you can go on our Patreon and you can get our Patreon, get on that shit, and you can be Sarah tier, you can be Tyler tier, you can never be Kenny tier. You'll die and you'll come back to life as a king, and you'll die again and come back to life as a demigod, and you'll still never be Kenny tier.
Nope.
Yeah, the universe will collapse upon itself, and the name of that podcast will be hosted by one white guy and a couple of black people, and you'll still never be as good as Kenny.
Yep.
Kenny could
grow
to the size of a pixie and fly at Mach speeds, and that would make him 10 times cooler, and you would never, ever, under those conditions, be as cool as Kenny. Love you, Kenny. Miss you, Kenny. Can't wait to come back to work and hang out with you again. Can't wait to go back to work on a positive note and see all my coworkers that I enjoy. And I also love observing the human zoo that is the people that I work with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do love observing it. I love commenting on shit. And I also can't wait to have spicy conversations. And spicy in the form of, like, shit's real these days, so those are the real conversations on people's minds, but I'm sure everybody's been itching at the bit to have a black guy to talk to these things about. They're like, yeah, these conversations are nice, but I can't wait till Alan comes back. He can say things that we can't.
Yeah. Well, let me say it once, please.
He could say what we're all thinking and a couple of things we haven't thought about and things we wish he never thought about. And I'm like, hey, guys.
I'll shame the white side.
Yeah, and you'll shame Whitey. Excellent. Hey, we make a great team, and that's what that's what we stutter at the name of that podcast, Utter Stutterin'.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, everyone, have a good night. Have a safe trip. Make love to each other. And hey, kids, if you're listening, you really shouldn't be, and your parents aren't responsible. Have a good night.
I'm Flicky.
When I listen to the name of that podcast, I get so turned on that I masturbate. The name of that podcast has kept my sex life on fire.
The name of that podcast gets my dick hard.
The name of that podcast makes me really want to open up my asshole.
I'd open up his asshole.
The name of that podcast really gets me there. It takes me to the place I need to go. Heaven. Ecstasy. Calvin Klein.
Dear sweet Jesus, the name of that podcast made me come before I was married.
I'm Steve Harvey, and you're listening to the name of that podcast. Fuck yeah. It's so good, sexy, so hardcore.
I'm Judge Judy, and I just got wet and came all over the bench. Thanks, name of that podcast.
Oil and John Boyega. And I really don't appreciate how the name of that podcast made me get an eternal ejaculation.
I'm Mitch McConnell, and I came in my shell when I listened to the name of that podcast.
This is Jordan Peterson. Listening to the name of that podcast has made me never feel fitter. My dick's so hard.
This is King Candy, and I Nesquiked my pants when I heard the latest episode of the name of that podcast, Sour Bill.
All right, so let's say you're listening to the name of that podcast and you ejaculate all over everything in the middle of dinner in front of your entire family. Are you really that bad of a person? Is Trump that bad of a guy if you really think about it? Think about it. And the liberals, they all sound stupid because they don't want to admit that coming on over yourself while listening to the podcast is what you want to do.
This is Tony Soprano. My mom, she just came in her fucking recliner because I accidentally turned this podcast on. So thanks.
Hey, yo, this is Banks and Barkley. And the name of that podcast, make sure we get mad, bitches. Ain't that right, Banks?
Oh, yes. Dripping in it.
Yeah, Banks. Ejaculate that shit, Banks.
Oh, I'd rather you not watch me.
I'm Liam Neeson.
And the name of that podcast has kept me on high alert for any activity on the street that I might deem too sexy, so that I might pull over and start a little trouble, especially if they're BBC.